today I'm going to explain you what is the phase cancellation and how to avoid it. It mostly happens when we are recording the same sound source with two microphones. For example, a snare with a mic on top and on the bottom, or if we are miking an amp with two microphones. In these cases, we can have phase cancellation, and the most common consequence will be the loss of low frequencies. And now I'm going to explain just 30 seconds of some theory you may find useful. So, the sound is the sum of multiple frequencies. Here you see, for example, the waveform of this audio. The shorter a wave is, the higher is its frequency, and the longer the wave is, the lower the frequency will be. So, this frequency is higher than this other one. So, when you see that the waveform is bigger, it means it's a lower frequency. It's quite basic, but it's useful when you are looking at waveforms. So, if we look at this waveform, we can see lots of frequencies. We can see the higher ones and this low frequency going up and down and up and down. And this low frequency is what will cause the problem. Because, look closer, it goes down, up, down, up, down. And the other one goes up, down, I mean the opposite of the other one. This will cause the phase cancellation, because when you mix two sounds, its waveforms are combined. So, if at one point one waveform is up and the other waveform is down, the audio resulting of this combination will be flat. Normally the cancellation won't be perfect, but you will lose some frequencies. So, let's start. Here you have the audio of the top microphone of a snare. And here you have the microphone at the bottom. And if we mix those audios, we have this. And now it doesn't have too much low frequencies. I will make a comparison later and you will see. And to avoid the phase cancellation, we have to use this button, the input phase, and it will make the peaks of the waveform become the valleys. You won't notice any difference in the sound, but the phase will be inverted. So now you will notice that when I invert the phase of one of the tracks, we will have more low frequencies in the snare. It's not too obvious, but with a good listening you can notice the difference. And of course, in the whole mix you will notice that the snare has more power. And if you don't trust me, I'm going to prove it with a spectrum analyzer. First, without avoiding the phase cancellation. And now I'm going to invert the phase in one of the tracks, just one of the tracks, you don't have to do it in both tracks, just one. Now the green spectrum is with the phase cancellation and the white spectrum without the phase cancellation. And as you see, you have more low frequencies in the white spectrum, and the mid and high frequencies are virtually the same, so the difference is in the low frequencies. So as you see, just clicking this button and inverting one of the phases, you don't lose the power on the sound, which is very good to keep the better sound on your mix. Now I'm going to show you again the difference with and without the phase cancellation, so listen closely because in this case it's not easy to detect it. The difference is in the hit on the snare, it's more heavy. So in this video I use the audio of a snare, but it also can happen with guitars or with vocals if you record with two microphones. So basically, if you record something with two microphones, it may happen. So if you notice any loss in low frequencies, try inverting the phase in one of the tracks, not both, but one of the tracks, and if you notice any improvement, then you have nailed it. So, I hope you enjoyed this video as usual, and as always, see ya! One more!